even down in Jamaica, I'm skipping, they tried.
Did you know that there wouldn't be a white person if we didn't exist? Did you know that all the races came from us? Did you know that you are the mother and the father of every human being that lives on this planet, that they all started from the black man and woman? They're not going to teach you this in school. And you probably didn't go far enough in school to study genetics. But I want to share this with you because you need to rap about this. There was a great white anthropologist. His name is S.B. Leakey, L-E-A-K-E. You can Google him, look him up. Leakey wanted to find the origin of man. He may have stopped in Europe, but he didn't stay there because life did not originate in Europe. You know where he ended up? In Africa, looking at the bones of ancient people. Now, did you know there's a science that they could take your bone and say, oh, this is a black person, or this is a Native American, or this is an Asian, or this is a white person, because your genetic structure is such that you have the strongest of bones. They tried to make slaves of our native brothers and sisters, but it destroyed them. But the more they put on us, we survived. So I say to all of you in this room and all who are watching by television, we need to pray for our brother and his family and warn America, leave that brother alone. Well, I've been investigated by the FBI. They can go to hell. The CIA right along with them. I don't fear that. If I were like the rest of the Negroes that fear the FBI, the CIA, the IRS, then I would be like them, scratching where I don't itch, bending when I don't have to. No, God is present today. They need to be afraid. I'm talking to the CIA, the FBI, the IRS, the U.S. government. You need to be afraid today because the God of justice is present now. That's why he said, vengeance is mine. The battle, and the plagues coming down on America. No, I'm not afraid, but you need to be. Especially when you see what's coming up. Because as a man sows, the same shall he also reap. And when you have done it to others, did you never think that there would come a day when you would have to pay for all that crap that you have done? Don't tell nobody you ain't gonna work for white people and then you sitting around with no money in your pocket, a bum. An honest day's work killed nobody. I'll dig up garbage if it's gonna feed my wife and my children. Right. I'm not too ashamed to do any kind of honest labor to feed my family. So don't come in here with no chip on your shoulder. I ain't working for no white man. Fine. Then let me find you working for yourself. But anybody in here that ain't working is stealing. We want to know, if you ain't working, where you get your money from. Because we don't need no more crooks, no more thieves and hustlers and dope sellers and pimps and abusers of people. We had enough of that crap. We don't need that in here. Right now, they're developing a patsy. For the murder of the president. These wicked people, and I'm just warning you murderers out there, you better leave Trump alone, because if you kill him, you will find revolution faster than you could think. And by the way, if you're coming to Chicago to get me, in the name of you looking for gangs, let me know when you're coming so I can meet you. Because I'll be damned if I'll run from you. And if God lets you kill me, I'll be the last one that you kill. I can assure you that. And all you got to do is try to kill me, and you'll find out how much I'm loved by God. You are not just a woman. You are a sacred vessel. I'm not trying to put our women on a pedestal that they don't deserve to be on. No man is a man without a woman. It's a woman that helps the man to be a man. A man that don't have a woman don't know if he's one. What do I mean by that? A woman will test you to see if you are what you say you are. Any woman that you fall in love with, she love you too, but she gonna try you. That's her nature. She gotta know that she can depend on you. She gotta know that you'll stand up for her. She got to know that you'll back up the children that she brings in the world for us. So now, look at the movies of Jesus. You see women around Jesus. How do they dress? What do they look like around the master? Their hair's covered. You don't see them with their breast exposed or the ornamental effect of their hips and buttocks. You don't see that. They're covered around Jesus. Why? I mean, Mary Magdalene might have been uncovered when she met him. But after he got finished teaching her, she knew her value. America, we're tired of living like this. We're tired of suffering like this. We can build a nation of our own. So we've gone to the judge, and the judge is not some cracker sitting up in a courtroom. The judge is God himself. And we helped you get everything you got. Oh, by the way, you love the flag? The first person to die for your freedom was a black man named Crispus Attucks in Boston, Massachusetts. We've been involved in all your wars for your freedom. We ain't got it yet. We still singing, "We shall overcome." Well, that song is ended, and the melody ain't even lingering on. We're tired of injustice. We want to separate. We want a nation of our own, and we want a good send-off, because everything you got, we helped you to get it. You got it on our backs. For 310 years of slavery, we picking the cotton, we're baling the cotton, you using the cotton, turning it into linen cloth, and your brothers in the North were masters of the needle trades. You sent the cotton all the way to England. England became rich. The Rothschilds became rich. All of you became rich on us. Israel is in bad condition right now. with God. And he showed me in the night, listen, what he hated about Israel. Who gives you the right to take your life and make your life valuable and diminish the value of the lives of others? See, some of us are stupid enough, I don't make it like that, but it is kind of stupid for any of us to think of our lives in terms of real value and minimize, or as you maximize the value of your life, you minimize the value of the lives of the people that you walk by every day. Don't ever think that your life is more valuable than the lives of the people that God has chosen to be his own people. No, no, no. Every human being has value. And the value of every human being is what God has put within them when he made them after his own image and likeness. So as they were minimizing Palestinian life in the night, he was showing me with every life that they take that they have diminished. They have diminished the value of their lives in my sight.
Once you start cleaning up, don't be a dog. Don't go back and eat up what you puked up. Keep moving away from it. But know that you're in a process, and obedience to God is not easy. But if you stay on the path, you will become a giant in life.
Sisters, don't let men play you while I'm gone. Don't let none of these men tell you they're justified in having more than one wife when you haven't done nothing with the woman that you got. And let me tell you, that man asked, well, what is justice? Let me tell you what justice is and why we don't beg nobody that don't have it in their heart to give us nothing. Justice is the greatest principle of fair dealing. Have we been treated fairly? Have women been treated fairly? Have the soldiers been treated fairly? Have the Native Americans been treated fairly? Have the Mexicans been treated fairly? Have the people overseas under American foreign policy, have they been treated fairly? I don't think so. I know they haven't. Justice, he said, is the greatest principle of law that distinguishes between what is right and what is wrong. Have we been treated with justice in America? On CNN, I was questioned after I spoke in 2007 about Barack Obama. And CNN said, well, what do you think about this young man? I said, I think he's brilliant. I think he has fresh ideas. But I'm under no illusion that even if he did become president, that he could change the reality of black suffering in America. Because when you are running for something, you can say a lot of things. But when you sit in the seat and you feel the energy of electricity putting something on your backside. The forces that surround power is always the real power. President Obama does not run this country. President Obama has been chosen to govern white affairs. And if in that process we get something, it won't be because the governing powers want it, it will be because we organized and forced a government to speak to our needs. Now, look, thank you for the question. You know, I want it clearly said in love that I love my brother. I voted for him. At 5 o'clock in the morning, I was out there with my wife voting for our brother. I, like you, am very proud that a black man sits in the White House. But I also understand very clearly, and we should understand that it is the White House. And until we exercise power to force that house to address our agenda. Now remember, our dear sister Julianne Malvo mentioned A. Philip Randolph. Man, that was a long time ago. And the cry was jobs and justice. In the March on Washington in 1963, the cry was jobs and justice. In the 20-year anniversary of the March on Washington, the cry was jobs and justice. We are now in 2010. And what is the cry? Jobs and justice. Well, wait a minute. How long?
Not long.
Are you going to sit around begging white people to do for us what we have the power to do for ourselves? Excuse me. I'm quite passionate, so
Amen.
you all set me off. You know that. And I love it. But listen, an agenda is a program, a schedule, a timetable, a plan, a list, a scheme to accomplish a certain result. We have come up with black agendas, but we've been looking to the wrong people to fulfill our agenda. If Franklin Delano Roosevelt said to A. Philip Randolph, yeah, everything you told me is right. The Negroes need this, the Negroes are suffering that. Now you go out and make me do it. Do you think that having a black face in the White House means that we don't have to make him do it?
That's right.
Who surrounds him? Let me even go up a bit further. I just
It's all right, Minister.
look. Our brother is brilliant. He got a good heart. I think he really loves America and wants to make America better. He wanted to ease the pain between America and the Muslim world. He wants to solve the problem of Israel and the Palestinians. He has the heart to want to make America better, but he's like that camel in the Quran that God warned the people, don't hamstring his camel. They didn't care what God wanted. They hamstrung the camel. Every one of our brothers and sisters that spoke today, we have a right to expect something from our brother. 97% of our people voted for him. Yes, there's trouble asset relief program, but there's post no. There is still racist America between the money being sent down and it coming to those who need it most. If he does not use his bully pulpit to address that, we can fault him for that. But wait a minute. In love.
Everybody say it.
In love.
Say it again. One more again.
Okay, I want to deal with that word. Because love is bigger than some emotional feeling. The word love, you can change the vowel O to I and the consonant V to F. When you have love, real love, you have life. And that's why the scripture says we can tell that we have passed from death into life because we love the brotherhood. Okay? Now, I was with Elijah Muhammad one day, my teacher, and he said to me, brother, you're always talking about love. Define it for me. And I went into my Webster's emotional dictionary stuff, and he said, brother, where there is freedom, where there is justice, where there is equality, there is love and there is life. Our problem is we have been looking to the wrong source to give us freedom, justice, equality, love, and life.
And amazing souls. In today's video, guys, as you have just listened or watched the videos from the previous clips just before this, you can hear Louis Farakhan. I don't know who you refer to as when it comes to Louis Farakhan, but to me, I see somebody in him that is opening our consciousness, especially the black people of the world, not just America. All these things that he teaches us through his conferences, public speaking, it's always wisdom. There is something to learn from it. And I keep saying this, there is a way, like you can actually watch his 1 minute video, 30 seconds video, and you will be like, I've not learned anything. No, for Louis, everything educative, and that's what I think it really inspires so many people to keep watching his videos. And I am glad that I am a fan of him. I listen to him a lot, I learn from him, and he has always thought, he came up as a black activist, someone who fought for the rights of the black people, because according to him, their parents were slaves, they were working for them, and there is nothing that they ever got from it. So he was telling the black Americans, you need to come out, you need to be fearless, you need to be determined. And of course, at the same time, as he tells us all that, he's like, again, you are not going to just sit down there not having meals, sleeping angry, and you're like, I'm not going to work for a white person. No, it doesn't happen like that. If you don't have meals, if you don't have rent to pay, just go work for anybody. It doesn't matter if it's white, black, yellow. Yeah, just work for anybody. And it seems like someone who always read history, understood history, reading history books, because by then the internet wasn't like that popular and widely accepted. It was just kind of there. It's only in the year 2005 that the world, started embracing technology. And I can tell you, at this given point in time, we are at a place where artificial intelligence does everything for us, unless you just don't know how to use it. But AI does everything. And I can tell you, someone was telling us that many people are complaining that the artificial intelligence is taking away jobs. But the thing is, artificial intelligence will not take away jobs. It will take away the jobs of those who don't know how to use artificial intelligence. Like, hey guys, do you even understand that? Anyway, there is a time Louis Farakhan came out and said that in the year 1970s, 1980s, the government of JLP in Jamaica came out. They were in unison. They gave out Norman Manley. They gave him out. Remember, Manley is one of the person, or one of those leaders and politicians who fought for the rights of Jamaicans. Remember, Jamaicans were just slaves in the farms of the white people. There were lots of sugarcane farms there, and the Jamaicans were the ones working there, until people like Norman Manley came out and started awakening the minds of the Jamaicans and telling them, there is no way a stranger can come to your land, your home, and then they order you to do something. They forcefully tell you, they don't even request, they forcefully tell you to do this and that, and if you refuse, it's something else. So he was telling them, you should never ever be in that position. They're just human beings like you. If they force you to do anything, refuse. You need to fight for your own right, for the right of your own family. You need to get better wages, not just working for them for food only. You also need money so that you can go to hospitals, you can go to school, you can buy your farm. And Norman Manley are those people, one of those people that really fought for the rights of Jamaicans back then. Until, we are talking here, let's talk about allegations. Until allegedly JLP government gave him out, and whatever happened is history. But then legacy is alive. His legacy keeps on, because I am talking about it now, and it's over 30 years ago. In Jamaica itself, he is a respected person. There are statues of him in Jamaica, capital city, of course. So I don't know if you remember some time back, there was this issue of Burkina Faso and the general in America. You remember what was the name of the guy? That general that said something in the American House of Rep. He was like, you know what? We need financing so that we can be able to stop Burkina Faso President Ibrahim Traore from using the military for his own good instead of for the good of the Burkinabe people. Guess what, guys? It did not go well with all the blacks and some whites across the world. And who was not left behind? Louis Farakhan. This guy said that we need to pray for we need to pray for Burkina Faso President Ibrahim Traore and the entire family because America is targeting him. Remember when America says that this leader and that leader is bad, they are actually forming a propaganda, and then the people, their own people, will start believing the propaganda. Okay, those were the tactics used by then. Now it's another world, another technology, another generation. Hey, you cannot fool them. And then now, like 90% of people all over the world, black people, of course, they are well educated. So there is no way you can come up with propaganda, you know. They can decode the message. So Louis Farrakhan was like, America, just leave that guy alone. Leave him alone. You know, Louis Farrakhan is old now, but then he still speaks to the government. He speaks to Trump. He speaks to everybody in the world. He is an activist for real. He is a religious leader. His teachings are extremely educative. There's a time I was telling the black people, you need to be focused. Don't be in this situation where you puke, you go ahead, you come back and lick it. Like, those behaviors are for dogs. You are not a dog. If something has happened, keep moving on until you make it. You need to stay focused. Don't be manipulated. Don't be swayed around. And I'm glad that even today, sitting down and listening these clips together with you, I am learning a lot. I am really getting to appreciate myself more and more, because this was a black guy in the midst of white people. But till today, 25, he has a courage to come out and say, you are wrong, you are right. He says it as it is. In the year 2007, he was asked by CNN, what do you think about Obama? And he was like, I see Obama is a very intelligent guy. I see a smart guy in him. I see a leader in him. Later on, Barack Obama became the first ever president, the first ever black president of America. See, from the year 2007, that this guy is a leader. Meaning that when he watches a government, when he decodes a government, he is able to come out with a very correct analysis about it. And that is it for today, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.